We're going to solve for x here. We have that triangle EFG is similar to triangle HIJ. So we have x to solve for. So what we're going to do, we need to write our proportions. That way we could do our cross multiply and solve. So we have to do one triangle compared to the other triangle. So I'm always going to have EFG first, and then I'm going to do this triangle. So if I look at the given sides, I have EF on this triangle. So EF in the first triangle corresponds, EF corresponds to HI in the other triangle, right here. They're the same, so it'll be HI. Well, not the same, but like they're corresponding here. So next, I have here FG. So FG corresponds to IJ. IJ. Now with this information, now we could go ahead and input the value so we actually could solve for x in our proportions. So EF is 25. HI is 10. It equals to FG, it's 4x minus 1. Now, because I have two terms, the best thing to do is have parentheses, because we'll be distributing after when we cross multiply. Same thing here. IJ is k plus 5, so I'm going to go ahead and put parentheses. Now, there's two ways you could do this. You could just go ahead and do your cross product to solve for x, or you could go ahead and simplify first. I prefer to always simplify a ratio first if I can. That way I have smaller numbers and I don't need a calculator to do any of that. Especially on the test, if there's a not calculator allowed, you could go ahead and do this method first. So I want to reduce anything I see. 25 and 10, I could definitely simplify it. They're both divisible by 5. So I have 5 over 2 equals to 4x minus 1 over x plus 5. You cannot simplify this side because there's two terms and they're not the same. It's not like 4x divided by x, you can't do that. No, just look at numbers. If you see numbers that could divide evenly, then you go ahead and do that. So now I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply. So I'm going to take this, multiply. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. I like putting the number in front because I know I'm going to be distributing soon. So this is how it is. Now, our goal is to solve for x. I see it over here, and I see it over here. It's trapped inside the parentheses. I want it gone. The only way we could do that is distribute. This is why you need a parentheses. That way the 5 gets multiplied to the x and the other 5. So you're going to have 5x plus 25 equals, distribute, 8x minus 2. I need to solve for x. I see x is on this side and on that side. I want them to be on the exact same side. So I'm going to move it over. I always move the small one over. That way I have no negatives. It's a positive 5x, so I'm going to subtract, opposite operation. We're going to have 25 is equal to 3x minus 2. And then we're going to go ahead and solve for x. So you have to add 2 on both sides. So you'll have 27 equals 3x. And the last step would be dividing by 3. So that means x is equal to 9.